So I just finished with a really good workout. I enjoyed the whole thing a lot. It's nasty here. I don't know about where it is where you're at, but it's raining. It's raining a lot. So here in Wilmington, North Carolina, you go to the gym on these days. But so today's lift was primarily focused on bench. I did some chest workout and all that good stuff. My goal has been to get back to 225 for 10 reps, and I reached my goal already, of course. But I got it for 10 reps. The first set, second set 7, third set 7. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So on to the next one. I guess I'll raise it up, try to get 3 sets of 10 ideally. And then once my strength goal is complete, then I can focus on getting those 18-inch arms. That's the goal I've had for a long time that I've never been able to really reach. Now I've been able to do, get to where I could do 225 for 10 before, so that's not that big a deal. But the 18-inch arms is definitely going to be one that's I'm going to enjoy being able to do that one. I'm trying to keep it from being so damn shaky, but it's so, I don't have a stabilizer. I might go ahead and, I got a stabilizer at the house that I'll start using. Bring it with me, that way I can record and not have you don't have to worry about shaking so much. Yeah, I can't fix it. That's just how it's going to be for now, though. But yeah, so it was a good workout. One thing I'll tell you too, if you're having a hard time like me with chest workouts, I did a video before this, but it was trash, so I just scrapped it. But I've always wanted to have a bigger pectoral, like my minors, up here, because my pectoral majors are fine and they're developed, but I'd like to increase that minor area. And I watched a YouTube video about these professional bodybuilders, and they said they do nothing but incline bench. They stop flat benching in order to really build that pectoral minor up. So I'm gonna start doing more incline benching, needless to say. Also doing that, and then when I do the machine flies, I'll squeeze really tight and focus on that muscle right there and really squeeze that muscle. And that helps out a lot. I can feel it, and then I can get that angle, hold it, and work that muscle more. There's something about the mind to the muscle that really makes a big difference. There's no doubt about that. So I got to get more calories in. Another thing I started doing is, today at least, I went and did my hour, or maybe a little bit less of lifting, and then I did 30 minutes of cardio. It just sat on the bench, got in that fat burn zone, that 130, around 130 for me. And I did 30 minutes, watched some videos, got a sweat on. It was good. Got a good stretch, so I got the cardio and the lifting all in one go. So I think I'm going to start doing that consistently now. The next move is going to be our stand-up riding. So as before, we did some stand-up riding, destroyed it, killed it. Got a beautiful piece coming up with elegant speaking and just humor interlaced within all of it. That's a little dramatic, I know, but I got a good thing going here. Got a nice little something happening, But I'll work on the comparison jokes. You watch till later, and I'll show you how to do a comparison for humor, how to make connections with the pro-abortion, pro-fake orgasm, and abortion, and comparing those and using those for jokes. I think there's something there. Also with the do the stand-up material that involves the trans Olympics, who can come faster, as an advantage, that whole thing. I'll do that one as well. Because why not? You know, at least have it ready. I might not use it. See, the tags, all these jokes, quote jokes, I'm still not even sure what a joke is. Like, I mean, at least I can't identify it within my own stand-up. But you can add tags to each one, like, oh, funny, boom, funny, another funny thing, another funny thing, kind of add a tag for each one. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to work on today, um, with you, my dear. This week it's been a good week though. We're going to see how that goes. See how the rest of the weekend goes, and work and stuff. And this plus filming. Filming is hard. You know, you got to talk to a camera. Don't really know what you want to talk about. I mean, I kind of know, but not really. I'll probably do a current events podcast, and I'll use that as my 2 cents podcast, and just do current events. Try to make some humor out of it. Talk about stuff, because why not? The main thing with content creation is, like, you know, you want to talk about things that you want to talk about. Don't really have, my opinions aren't very hard pressed when it comes to certain stuff like politics and, you know, current events and all that kind of crap. I don't have like hardcore stances on certain, I do on some stuff, but not on everything. I'm very open-minded, so it's hard to have a show because, like, you know, usually shows with solo podcasts are like opinionated podcasts. So I got to have an opinion about this or that and what you should do. I don't really have an opinion. I think people should do whatever the hell they want to do. Yeah. We'll see. Maybe I'll do some advice. The 2 cents advice thing, that's pretty cool. You go on there and just talk about, you know, Reddit questions and what I think, what my 2 cents is on it, you know? Nah, I don't do that. But, well, I'm not going to drag this video out thinking about pondering things and whatnot. But I'm going to get back here. I'll go ahead and start cooking some chicken, eat some chicken, and get me a good solid meal in, and then start the stand-up. So I'll see you then. My sweet, sweet Caroline, I've missed you so. I'm just kidding. Hey again, nice to see you. We're back for another edition of some stand-up writing. I think it'd be cool, man. I think I got some good stuff. I'm going to read it again, the whole thing nonstop, see what it looks like, and then see how it goes. See what the results are. So far, it looks, I think it's pretty much a finished routine. I might do a little adjusting here and there, but pretty much it's pretty much done. But let's go through it all in one go. You ready? And yes, I'm not wearing a hat because I don't care how y'all feel about my hairline. This is my hairline, and this is just what it is. I got a big forehead. It's not too bad, right? I don't know. A little bit. Gotta bring down the hair a little bit to hide it. You know what I'm saying? It's not too bad. It's up there though. It's just jeans, baby. Just jeans. For now, we'll rock it out. Okay? First things first. Red Bull. Let's get some wings, baby. Starting from the top. Okay. Rolling. And action. Okay. All right. Don't get too excited, everybody. It's been a long time since I've done this. It's been a while. You know, that is true. But I love to lie and say it too. Especially to a woman when we're about to have sex, you know, for the first time. It's like, hey, babe, it's been a while, you know, or it's going to be pretty quick. It's like a pre-warning, you know. And they don't give a shit. They're just like, okay, if it's quick, because it's never quick for me. Or at least that's how I perceive it. But sometimes you'll get a woman who will be like, you know, if you come too quickly, I'm going to cut your dick off and put it in my purse so it can think about what it's done. And for some reason, I came even faster. It's not fair for the women. I'm sorry. We can literally get off on our sleep as women. As men. I'm saying, like, if it were an Olympic sport, I could probably fire off so fast that be the Michael Phelps of disappointing women in bed. That's kind of a sport where there's no controversy for a trans woman to compete in, right? It's pretty obvious who would have the advantage for that one. That was ad-libbing, obviously. Kind of seeing how it sounds, how it feels. I made the mistake one time of saying to a girlfriend, tell me, help me help you, fire. It sounds, I hate to say come. Tell me, help me help you climax, honey. Fellas, don't do that. It's the most complicated thing in the world. I've never felt worse about my ability to do something in my life. From now on, just lie to me. Tell me it was great. I'll tell you I love you, and we can live in happy, blissful ignorance. What I'm saying is I'm pro fake orgasm. I'm okay with that. Insert tag for abortion joke, which we'll work on here in a little bit. That's why I don't understand why women get mad at these guys. They're lying about their height on their dating apps. Have you heard of this? As many fake orgasms are out there. You want to allow that 5'8" man to say that he's 5'9"? I'm 6 foot tall, so I don't have to, of course, but I just come quick. When I asked her to let me know how to help her have an orgasm, I didn't know how hard that would be. Yeah. It's like when you hold a flashlight for your dad while he's working on the car. You think it's not coming, but he's like, damn it, hold it where I can see it. Up. A little to the left, down. Come on now, hold it steady. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've done this. It's okay to lie sometimes, right? With good intentions, just a little white lie. That's a weird saying too, white lie, as if being white makes it okay. It's like finding a job in Wilmington. It says here on your resume, you're white. That's very impressive. Maybe there is a little truth to it. Women tell us these little white lies about being good in bed. Because if it was a black lie, therefore, it would not be so little. Right? We have employment. Y'all have bigger dicks. Don't hear all these little bedroom white lies us crackers are hearing. I think I'd rather have a bigger dick. I've applied to multiple jobs with a bachelor's degree and still to no avail. They say I need experience, and I say, you see I'm white, right? Speaking of black people, lost a really good black friend of mine the other day. Yeah, man, it's real sad. I've known him for a long time. I make sure I tell people that he's black so they know that I'm not racist. Because that's how it works, right? He didn't die or anything. He just owes me some money. Yeah, I want my $20. So if any of the black guys out there need a white friend, if any black guys out there need a white friend, there's a position open. I'll be looking at these resumes and like, okay, it says here you're black. That's really good. Also accepting trans and gay friends too. Being a straight white male from the South, I feel like I have a lot to account for, understandably so. We don't have the best track record. The end. I always say that. I've noticed that because I've watched these videos before I post it. I mean, I didn't hear anything that's like I would consider a punchline at all. As you think about it, when it comes to comedy, there's setup and then punchline. Usually a twist, something unexpected. If there's anything in there, it's just saying stuff that's like, where's the punchline? Where's the twist? The expectations diverted. I don't know. Right now I have a lot of comparison stuff, but one exercise too is I'd like to start trying to is like if I can settle get all this condensed into one line, one joke, the simplest form. But I'm also a storyteller. I think my comedy is not going to be set up as these little one-line punches. I just don't. I can't do it. I can, but I don't see. I don't see it yet. I'm pretty content with it. I even kind of try to, do a little something with it inside of it. Like, let's do this. Let's go back to. Okay, I'm saying if it were an Olympic sport, I could fire so fast that I'd be the Michael Phelps of disappointing women in bed. Self-deprecation. Make fun of myself. People laugh at me. That's okay. It's a laugh. But when I do the tag, now that's a sport where it's not controversial for a trans woman to compete, right? How fast they climax, there's no controversy for the advantage of that, right? Controversy. There's no controversy. The first, where maybe I shouldn't even go with the trans thing. Like I can just like, now there is no doubt that men have the advantage with that one. See all that fluff and just cut it down to that one line. I don't see. There's no doubt men would have the advantage in that sport. In that sport. Then you can kind of take it away from the trans thing, because that's, there are trans people out there with real issues, and that they have it's not. I'm also pro Dave Chappelle, because but at the same time I'm not going to start trying to take shots at the trans thing and make jokes about it. I'm not going to do it. But there is a thing about I could kind of hint towards it. There's no doubt men would have the advantage in that sport. See, I like that much better. That's way better than was before. So that's a tag I'm going to add to it. That sport. So it's not direct, but it's kind of subtly hinting about the controversies with men being able to, or trans women being able to compete in women's sports. And you could even expand that too, really, but talk on that. I'm okay with that. Now let's work on this comparing fake orgasms with abortions. So we're going to see what we can do about that. What is that about? Fake orgasms and abortions. Let's pull up a whole different sheet here and see if we can do, okay, abortions. What are the stereotypes of abortions? Killing babies. Killing babies. I don't know. Late term, early term. Health clinic. And what I'm doing, I'm just kind of thinking about things surrounding abortions. What do you got to do? Protesters. Bible thumpers. This is dark, but we can do banana peels at the top of a staircase. That's fucked up, ain't it? Legality, legalizing. Okay, now let's go to fake orgasms. What do we got that has, what are some traits of fake orgasms? Loud moaning, / dramatics, traumatization, lying. Loud. Y'all, this is how I know my brain's not working, because I just spelled loud LOWD. That's pretty bad. Something's going on here. I don't know what it is. They're putting stuff in the water. What else? Fake orgasms. Come on, baby. Dramatics. That's kind of the only thing you think about when it comes to a woman faking orgasm. It's like louding, drama, being dramatic about it, loud moaning. Now let's ask Google. No. Female ejaculation. Like, that's even a fucking thing. Like, fake orgasm. Deception, maybe? All right, so we got some ideas here. When it comes to abortions, how can you be pro-fake orgasm? Like, there's no protesters for that. Killing babies. Like, what's the problem? Why are people not pro-abortion? If you're pro-abortion, that means you believe that people should be able to have abortions. So if you are pro-fake orgasm, people should be able to have fake orgasms. Instead of a health clinic, there's an acting studio, an acting class. See, that's some ideas. You can flush that out. Like, instead of health clinics, women could take acting classes to become a more believable fake orgasmer. to have more realistic orgasms. Like, the worst thing you can do is have an orgasm and be over dramatic about it. Like, oh, to be or not to be, or something like that. The worst is a woman who has a bad, who sucks at acting, and fakes the orgasm. That's not bad. Men are so dumb, though, we still believe it. We're so dumb. We still believe it. See? I got one thing out of it. If it's one thing, that's something. Let's see. Okay. Killing babies, late term, early term is an abortion. If you're pro abortion, then you're pro fake orgasm. Lying, deception. So I'm for people to be able to kill their babies, have an abortion. I'm for people to have fake orgasm. Nothing else is coming to me right now. That one thing though is the only thing I can think of. Like, instead of health clinics, like, we should have acting classes for these women. Because the worst thing is to have is a woman who's on a fake orgasm and is not good at faking it. It's an idea. Like, okay, let's see. Instead of abortion adjectives, let's try this again. So we'll go. Let me think this. Okay, so if you're pro-abortion, what are the adjectives of being pro-abortion? So I'm for abortion. Roe versus Wade. Clinics, birth control, pills, kind of in that area. I'm pro-abortion or pro-health clinics. Going to different states to have an abortion. You see how all this stuff I'm saying is like, find a way to relate it to faking orgasms. Like, oh, can you imagine if it was illegal to have fake orgasms? You'd have to go to a different state to learn how to have a good fake orgasm or something like that. No, I think everybody knows about, like, most of the people know about Roe versus Wade being a big thing in the media about overturning it. But as far as the details, I mean, maybe some people know a lot about it. Most people just know that that's part of the abortion controversy, in the legality and all that. Pro-abortion, for abortion. Okay, let's go on the other end of that is like, who is not pro-abortion, pro-life. So we got pro-life people. They think that babies should still live no matter what. Protest. The Lord wants that baby to live. That baby to live. Shouldn't have sinned. Shouldn't have sinned. Sinned. Yeah, see, that's nothing else is coming to me right now. But we got one thing out of it, so I think I might go with it. I'm gonna save all this though. That way I can have it for later. Thoughts. So yeah, so that's the start. We got one thing out of it. Let's insert it. I'm pro fake orgasm, like, and then you can turn that up. I mean, at least have. I'm pro fake orgasm, as long as there are clinics. How would I word this? I'm pro fake orgasm is what I'm saying. As long as there are, as long as they, as long as she takes an acting class to do it. See, that has nothing to do. I mean, there really isn't that much comparison there, like abortion, pro fake orgasm. As long as she has, as long as she goes to the acting clinic to do so, to do it. So you can kind of do that, as long as she goes to the acting clinic to do it safely. I'm pro fake orgasm, as long as she'll she'll go to an acting clinic to do it safely, of course. And then I can say something like, as long as she goes to a government funded acting clinic to do so, to do it safely. I'd be good with my tax dollars going to that, paying for it. So that kind of throws that abortion kind of idea in there. Like, I'm pro fake orgasm as long as she goes to a acting clinic to do it safely, and it can be government funded. I'd be good for my tax dollars to pay for it. And then instead of Roe versus Wade, it could be Ho versus, Roe versus Wade, Ho versus something. What you got? Come on, give it to me. Ho, what rhymes with Wade that could compare to this scenario? Roe versus Wade, you mean like Ho versus? I don't know. There's nothing there coming to me right now. It's nothing there right now, but maybe something. Roe versus Wade. I like that. I thought there's something there with that. Roe versus Wade. Ho versus. And I don't even have to explain that. I can just say it. That's tag. That's another tag. Roe versus Wade. Like Ho versus something. More like Ho versus Wade. Doesn't really make sense, does it? Except for the double entendre, whatever. Well, not double entendre, but the rhyme or the idea that is kind of similar. Roe versus Wade, like Ho versus. Paying for that. But we added 2 sentences out of all that work. See, this is why it takes so long to get a bit together that's even okay, And like, I don't even think this is good. This is horrible. This is trash. But it's satisfactory. It'll get me up on stage, And I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Okay, we're hitting the 30-minute mark. I don't want to keep dragging this out. I want to keep these videos at least semi-short, but you can see how this can take up a lot of time. You can go sit here for hours, just like trying to think of stuff. But I don't think there's nothing else coming out of that. I mean, we got the subtle bringing up. There's no doubt that men would have the advantage in that sport. And then we got the 2 sentences added for I'm pro fake orgasm, as long as she goes to a government funded acting clinic to do it safely. Nothing worse than a fake orgasm from someone who sucks at acting. I'm so dumb though. I'm so dumb. I believe it anyway. I'll believe it either way. Well, 3 sentences, because I gotta throw that in, you know. Yeah. Okay, that's good for that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like it. I think we're good. I'm gonna call it on that. I love y'all. Thanks for not watching this. Let's see. I wanted to. There's a little bit more filming I'd like to do. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna film today, but keep an eye out because there's a few other things I think about filming today. I can I like to play chess a lot. So if you don't know, if you're following this channel and you like to see me play chess, I'll have it set up to where I'll be recording myself and I'll be pretty much like a Twitch stream. I'll be playing chess because I do it anyways. Might as well film it, right? So there's that. I don't know how in the world I would do that with this microphone though. That's gonna be hard. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. We'll see how it goes. Much love, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon.